got an anti-material rifle trained on your position and an unrestricted firing angle for at least 100 meters.
That's either really good or really bad, depending on your reasons for being here.
I represent an alliance forming against Emperor Arkan. We thought that might interest you.
So the message said. Stand down, Havoc. It wasn't all that long ago that I'd have given up my pension to take that shot, but I guess it's not just the spies making compromises these days.
Don't look at me. I was never here.
Major Jorgen, Havoc Squad. You were the Emperor's choice murderer.
Having second thoughts about cooperating?
We don't have to like each other to do what needs to be done. I'm tired of seeing Arkan stomp all over the galaxy. You want to finally start giving as good as you're getting? I've got an op that can use your help.
What do you need?
Your landing didn't go unnoticed. Hostiles!
Clear! Clear!
That won't be the last of them. Dengrel, Zaben split north. Avath, Torg south. Canner, take Theron, fastest route back to the camp. We'll regroup there. You, with me, we're covering the retreat.
For a moment, I thought you'd suggest we flee.
The Sky Troopers have numbers and mobility. Losing them's gonna take misdirection. I need a good vantage. Chalk up another kill. Here. No sign of pursuit. Watch my six while I cover the retreat. This new Emperor. You've met him?
I have.
What's your assessment?
His father twisted and used up entire worlds according to his whims. Imagine being a child in that shadow.
Mine was not the only shadow the boy stood in.
Nothing but despots left in this galaxy. The Republic I signed up to protect doesn't exist anymore. We gave the reins over to people who don't care how we win, just as long as we do. Suresh is all but a dictator now.
Don't you pride yourselves on keeping all the power out of the hands of one individual?
Not enough politicians with the spine to stick to their principles when it really mattered. Suresh and her puppet chancellor have everyone convinced the state of emergency requires executive action. She and her top brass just push through whatever suits their interests. Never thought I'd miss bureaucrats butting into military matters. But what we gained in efficiency, we lost in soul.
This is a fight you can believe in, at least.
I'm holding you to that. Hold on. Got something. Civvies. And Sky Troopers. They're in trouble.
What do you want to do?
You have to ask.
You saved us.
Everyone all right? Anyone injured?
No, I don't think so. Thank you.
The Sky Troopers, they just came from nowhere. We done nothing. We're no threat to the Spire, but the droids drove us from our homes and started burning everything.
Please, stop them like you did for us. There are others out there. Our families and friends, our homes. There'll be nothing left.
We'll stop the droids, gather anyone you find away from the fighting.
Ready when you are. You're going down. On your feet. Open up! You've got to move! There are others waiting to take you to safety. You can't stay here. The Sky Troopers are burning everything. Run! Get away while you can. Your people are waiting. On your feet. It's clear if you run. Now! Help is waiting.
Go! Just get out of here!
This is your fault! You did this to us!
We're not your enemy.
Sky troopers are probably searching for us.
They wanted for nothing before my reign ended. Look on them now.
I believe you wanted to help, but we were doomed the moment you came here. The Emperor will want to make an example of your resistance. He'll likely claim we conspired with you as an excuse to crack down harder.
Why are you being targeted by Arkan?
Because we doubt. Tell them the reason.
I asked for proof of how our immortal Emperor could ever die.
I searched the old ways for guidance.
I wondered why we continue to seek revenge on so many Outlanders for the action. Had questions, and the new Emperor does not suffer them. You may have given him an excuse to silence us for good.
We have a camp. I can offer you protection.
You've suffered enough out here. We can help.
Okay. We'll trust you.
Kenner, we're on our way back. We've got civvies in tow. A lot of them. Be on the lookout. Hope you're up for some trailblazing. We'll need a clearer path for a group this large. Let's go!
Gotcha.
Welcome back, sir. The refugees have been trickling in. We're setting them up where we can, but I'm concerned about supplies. This is a lot of mouths to feed.
Shelter and protection will have to do for now. We'll resume the mission tomorrow, after the refugees have settled in. Get some shut-eye.
Understood, sir. You heard him. Get this camp in order and tuck in.
This alliance may be your show to run, but those soldiers, they're my responsibility. We clear?
I came for your cooperation, not your obedience.
You're not what I expected. Not entirely. I'll see you in the morning. 0700. You saved a lot of lives today.
Will he be joining us?
In an advisory capacity. Pashner knows more about Zakul than all of us put together.
What you did yesterday, I wouldn't have thought it possible. I want to help you do more.
A source of mine in the SIS entrusted Havoc with an interesting piece of intelligence not too long ago. I'm guessing we have Theron to thank for that, but it's the reason we're all here.
No comment.
The data identified a planetary transmitter within a Zakul night outpost. Our mission is to plant a wiretap on that equipment.
And then their secrets will be laid bare.
We get a direct line on their communications. Havoc can start hitting high-value targets all across the Spire.
And evade retaliation.
We'd be ghosts.
Deadly. Heavily armed. Ghosts.
This sounds like something Havoc Squad could have accomplished already.
Deploying the wiretap without it being discovered will either take a month of prep or a really big distraction. If you're willing to commit the resources, we can move on this immediately.
Then it's decided. Send word to Odessen. We're going on the offensive.
You're really going to attack Arkan's forces?
Just enough to get their attention. We don't have the forces for a real invasion yet.
Your people can handle the diversion. I want you along for the strike on the transmitter. We're gonna need every heavy hitter we can get, and you more than qualify. Let's move out. A few sentries on the exterior. Nothing out of the ordinary. Give the order when ready.
Begin the attack.
Copy. Let's go.
I think that's the best we're gonna get. Havoc, keep us covered and watch for reinforcements. We're going in.
Copy, Major.
Keep it up! We need support!
Break off the attack. Divert all forces to assist the mission team. We're on our own for now.
Damn! Firing!
Not done yet! Incoming! Incoming!
Up and at 'em.
You weren't kidding, sir. We've got contact from all directions.
Blast! The good news? It works.
And the bad?
They know we're here. Reinforcements are already inbound. We've got incoming. Brace for a fight, Havoc. Form up on the main entrance. We're coming out.
Incoming! How's it looking in there, sir? It's not pretty out here.
On your feet.
They just keep coming! We're seeing a lot of action in the south corner. It's like it's raining sky troopers.
We're boxed in. Can anyone support us? Yeah, I got something for you. Oh, you too, huh? Yeah!
We can take them. Come on!
Knights, leave them to me. Do not engage.
My team is taking some bad hits. We can't hold out for long.
On your feet.
We're suffering too many casualties. We need to pull out soon.
Any last words?
Can that garbage. Had to be droids. About damn time.
I thought we might not make it. I'm glad to be wrong.
That makes all of us.
When we heard your call, we knew what had to be done. We've spent our entire lives being protected by our droids, by you. We want to stand for ourselves.
Won't get any argument from me. Let's get back to camp, huh?
We took a beating, but the mission was a success. And we discovered an unexpected ally. I'd call that progress.
Attacking Zakul was never going to be easy.
Nobody else has made it this far. I'll give us that. It's a bigger victory for Passion and his people than us. Finding the will to fight back, proving they could win, or conceding his own defeat in these swamps.
How do you mean?
Every defiant soul Arkan drives out here, we can turn into a weapon against him. I want to embed Havoc with the rebels. Train them to be a proper fighting force. Build an army right under his nose.
Whip them into shape. I'll work on getting them equipment.
If we teach them right, you won't have to. Interesting group you've got here. Takes all kinds, I guess.
We share a common enemy and desire. That's enough.
Desperation makes for strange bedfellows.
Not the strangest for some of us.
One more word.
Enough.
Fun as this is, I need to get back to Havoc. I've requisitioned passable training gear to issue to the rebels. At least until they can keep from shooting their own toes off.
I can't believe we're gonna ask civilians to fight our battles. It doesn't feel right.
They're going to do this whether we help or not. Teaching them how to is what's best for them and us.
A more rigorous analysis would suggest the cost-benefit is more strictly in their favor.
I'm willing to make some sacrifices to help these people.
That is your foolish prerogative. I will attempt to compensate for it.
Pushy droid you've got.
You don't want to call her that.
What? Pushy?
Droid. The extent of my being is beyond your comprehension.
Yeah, clearly. If you need me, you know where to look.
I require your attention. Do not tarry.
Good. You're here.
Astute observation, Agent Sean. It is a wonder the SIS could get by without your deductive reasoning.
You're a droid that's gotten too big for her own bolts. How's that for an astute observation?
5 minutes. Can we please go 5 minutes without you two at each other's throats?
Setting the clock. 3, 2, 1.
Why do I feel like you're encouraging more than helping?
Scorpio, show the commander what you found. Please.
My analysis of enemy communications obtained by Havoc Squad revealed something interesting. Hidden inside a mundane signal, I discovered encrypted transmissions codenamed the Gemini frequency. They are broadcast from the throne to every vessel in the Eternal Fleet. The Spire schematics provided by Kaleo confirm this.
It's how Arkan commands his warships. This is the break we've been waiting for. A direct line to the enemy fleet.
Start a plan of attack. It's Arkan's turn to be on the defensive.
Scorpio cross-referenced all the data Havoc Squad and Kaleo stole from Zakul. When we compared the enemy's comm logs to the Spire maps, we found something unexpected. There's a hyperwave relay station hidden 10,000 meters beneath the Spire. It's the only source of Gemini frequency transmissions to and from the Eternal Throne.
That's how Arkan commands the fleet, and we know where it is.
That relay station is our key to the Gemini frequency. If we can decrypt it, we'll eavesdrop on the enemy and learn his plans.
Think bigger, Lana. We could send fake orders, have Arkan's own warships blast him off the throne.
Why stop there? When the fleet's under your control, there's nothing you couldn't do with it.
You'll never get near that relay station. It's 10 kilometers underground and defended by more safeguards than we can count.
That's a good thing our data reveals every security measure in the way, and how to defeat them.
A strike team can disable the defenses right under Arkan's nose, but only if we send it in now. Our intel's turning stale as we speak.
Kaleo and Major Jorgen are already on Zakul. They're in position to clear the commander a path directly to the relay station.
We are not sending that terrorist. She's done enough to my world.
Senyu's right. Can't believe I had to say that.
Havoc Squad was made for this op. We have enough detonite to turn that relay station into a crater. Cut the head off the Serpent. Throw the fleet into chaos.
You're trusting the fate of the galaxy to a gang of grenade-happy bucketheads? We're only getting one shot at this. Lucky for you, one shot is all I need.
Oh, is that what you tell all your victims?
Destroying that relay station is a bonehead play. Send me, and you'll control the Gemini frequency.
The idea has potential, and she's an experienced infiltrator who survived on Zakul for years.
She bombed my people. Never again.
This alliance will never win if we can't function as a team. I need all of you to pull together and do what's necessary.
It's not that simple. We need to draw Arkan's attention away from our true goal. That means creating a diversion.
They're both accomplished at drawing attention. The real question is, who do you want with you at the relay station?
Destroying the relay station is a last resort, but if things go wrong, I need someone who can get creative. That's Kaleo.
She's like a rancor in a glass factory. This is a mistake.
We also have to make Arkan miserable and distract him from our real purpose. Havoc Squad can do that better than anyone.
We won't disappoint, Commander.
I'm already moving. Be seeing you.
You can't please everyone. But it may be prudent to consult Valkorion. He built the Spire. He may tell you how to invade it.
Valkorian, we need to talk.
You once claimed the mantle of my wrath. Now look at you, begging for my scraps. You took my power, and now come for my secrets. But you haven't earned them.
You saw that mission briefing. You know what's at stake.
I am not your servant, and you have trifled with my patience for the last time.
Lana, come in. Something happened. I need your help.
Your friends cannot hear you.
You brought me here. Why?
Sometimes, evolution requires a push, or a sacrifice. You have forgotten what it means to face death alone. I will remind you. A path has been laid before you, but you refuse to tread upon it. That will change. Can you sense the predators closing in? They smell your weakness. They would feast on it. You have a destiny to fulfill. I am tired of being disappointed by your lack of progress. The galaxy is finally united under a single banner. It should have been yours. My son struck a killing blow against you. Had I not interfered, you would be dead. Perhaps I should have let you go then. Despite your precious warship, a legion of allies, and my immense power at your disposal, you remain incomplete. You have mastered the dark side of the Force. It is not enough. It never was. Until you embrace your full potential, you will only be a pawn of fate, never its master.
I follow my own path, Valkyrian, not yours.
You truly believe that? How pathetic. The future is not a river to carry us. It is the ocean in which we drown if we are not prepared. You have two destinies, Outlander. In one, you defeat Archon, claim the Eternal Throne, and remake the galaxy. In the other, you die alone, unmourned and forgotten. I brought you here to taste that defeat. Pitiful. Why did I ever believe you could change anything?
You have no idea what I'm capable of.
And neither do you. Therein lies the problem. This was a fraction of the pain my children can inflict. If you do not finish your training, become something greater, you will feel the full weight of their rage.
There's nothing you or your children can do to me that I won't survive.
Your goal is not to survive, it is to rule. There is nothing else. I cannot stay to protect you any longer. There are matters to which I must attend, but I will leave you with a final token of my favor. Fulfill your destiny, and I promise to return.
I've had enough of your threats. I never wanted this in the first place. You can stay gone.
I hope this is not the end of our journey, and one day, so will you.
Cheer up, big brother. You're making me sad.
Father won't face me himself.
He's punishing you for stealing his chair.
He isn't angry. Father never feels anything. Not even when Vexen died.
He was a good brother. Brought me gifts from all the worlds he conquered.
I freed you from Father's control. I hope that earned your support.
My loyalties lie here, Arkan. Always.
Now what?
In the dragon's name!
For millennia, Jedi and Sith archived their knowledge in holocrons. These legacies preserve the wisdom of great minds. The focus was often on exploring mysteries of the Force, not the practical matters of government. After all, Jedi do not seek to lead, and it is in the nature of Sith to force their wills upon others, but a few sought to understand what it truly means to
Justice for Valkorion!
I've waited for you a long time. Welcome to my home, Outlander.
Jedi Master Satil Shan. I dreamed about meeting like this. Tell me it's really happening this time.
Whatever you believe this is, I'd rather not know. Yes, I'm going to offer a meal. Stop rushing me. You survived an ordeal. Come, sit. There's food.
Don't take this personally, but you've gotten strange.
I think we both have. Many things changed while you slept in Carbonite. I led the fight to save the Republic from Zakul. Nothing prepared me to face that enemy. I failed. Again and again.
This camp isn't new. You've been on Odessen for a while.
When the Republic surrendered to Arkan, I gave myself to the will of the Force. I left the core worlds and found this planet. We've been here for years, waiting.
We? Is there someone else here?
In the Force, we are never alone. We sensed your awakening on Zakul. Felt the presence of our old enemy guiding you. We witnessed the victories and defeats leading you here. When we found you in that clearing, we faced a choice. Bring you here, or end you there.
You're saying it was pure chance that you found me out there?
Of course not. There are unseen influences working through me. Valkorion, and especially you. Valkorion strengthened your bond to the Force. You may be the greatest of us all, but your old training couldn't prepare you for what's to come. You have much to learn. Follow us. Seek the answers throughout the valley. You will know when you find them. There is no greater challenge than to change from within. But that is what we all must do to survive. The most powerful among us couldn't stand against the endless legions of Zakul. Even the Sith Empire learned that lesson too late. On countless worlds, I watched Jedi sacrifice themselves to delay inevitable defeat. They will not let you meet their fate. I went to Zakul in secret to see the Eternal Throne myself. I still bear the scars of that journey. On Odessen, light and dark exist in perfect balance, forming a nexus in the Force. There is another world like it, Zakul. Arkan and his knights learned to use the Force in a different way from Jedi and Sith. It's why we couldn't truly defeat them.
What makes Arkan and his followers so different from Jedi or Sith?
Jedi approach the Force as a companion, and Sith try to enslave it. But Arkan's knights believe the Force is their reward for serving an ideal. They swear their lives to the Eternal Emperor. The more they honor his commandments, the greater their power. The knights obey their master without question, sacrificing everything for his triumph. Devotion makes them strong. You must become stronger.
I thought only Sith cared about being the most powerful. You sound like Valkorian.
We are nothing like that man.
Darth Maul.
Valkorian destroyed my flesh, but not my reason for being.
Nothing can hurt you now. All that armor is pointless.
I appeared to you as I wish to be remembered. A symbol. After my defeat, I sought an ally to make things right again. But only one in all the galaxy was my equal. We met on this world. We argued, explored, and found an understanding. We now pass that knowledge to you.
If Jedi and Sith have found a way to work together, I want to know how.
No one is more surprised than I am to be here in this moment. But I trust the will of the Force.
We do not offer empty platitudes. We do not promise easy victory.
All we ask is that you listen with an open mind and learn from our failures.
To forge the future, you must first break with the past. Victory over Arkan requires new perspectives and new weapons.
Follow the will of the Force into the wilderness beyond this camp. Find what we left for you, and meet us in the cave.
Arkan won't be conquered through passion or righteousness. He has emptied himself of weaknesses, like sentiment and morality. Your enemy stole his empire through deceit and murder. He's accustomed to the dark. You must strike where he's blind, from within.
It will not be enough to defeat Arkan. His eternal throne and the fleeted commands are the greatest threats our galaxy has ever faced.
The Sith Code teaches us to break our chains, but freedom is not your ultimate goal. You must anchor yourself to power. When Arkan lies defeated, your destiny is to take the eternal throne. Any other path will lead only into chaos.
The Force is in motion, and we must follow. The old ways aren't enough. We'll show you the new way.
In life, I dismissed the Jedi Code. I was wrong. There is no death. There is only the Force. And it has a plan. The will of the Force is a flowing current. You can follow or fight it, but it is always there.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Tell me, do you believe in the future?
I have a future, Valen, but you don't.
Just the way I like it.
Your head. You think you're winning? I love it.
you close your eyes.
I thought Arkan's sister, Valen, was right here.
No. That was merely a warning. A vision. A bond to the Force as intense as yours brings with it powerful insight.
Heed what you saw. Behind Arkan stands Valen, and behind her, many others. They will all try to stop you. The weapon you wield was built for a different war, a different enemy. It no longer serves you. It must change, as you have.
You want me to build a new lightsaber?
You will create a pure extension of the Force's will. One you alone control. With it, you can unite 1,000 stars.
We offer to add our strength to yours, but you must be the guiding hand. Focus the power and decide what form it takes.
I'm ready when you are. There's no limit I can't surpass. It's done.
That blade is part of you now. The next time you face Arkan in battle, he will not be ready for you.
But violence can only destroy. It doesn't inspire others to greatness, and it can never rebuild. Only a leader can do that.
I once thought it enough to be the unstoppable force between my people and the enemy. I faced Valkorion and refused to bend. That choice broke me, and doomed the worlds I sought to defend.
I sent Jedi to fight an enemy I didn't understand, because I believed in the justness of my cause. Those deaths still haunt me. We know what it means to fail those who counted on us. We would spare you that pain.
It's better for me to learn from your mistakes than repeat them.
As the Wrath, you are always forced to stand alone. You planned and executed without regard for others. Leading this alliance is unlike anything you have done before. Directing the war effort is a mere fraction of the burden you must bear.
You must not only know when to fight, but when to retreat, or even to make peace with your foe. There is an oasis not far from this cave. Your final lesson waits there.
forget what your old masters taught you. Not even Valkorion understands. The Force is not an ally, slave, or transaction. The Force is a paradox. It empowers and imprisons. It destroys and unites. It binds the galaxy together and tears people apart. It has a will, but needs a commander. It's been a pleasure.
You killed her children. She will devour you as revenge.
What hope do you have to escape such raw fury?
You created peace from a violent confrontation. Impressive. Some believe you're destined to walk this path. Others think you make the choices that decide their fates.
Your alliance will collapse if you do not know yourself and the ideal you serve. Do you understand?
Whatever fate has in store for me and the Alliance, I'm ready.
Your way is clear, and so is ours. Do you feel it, Mar? The Force draws us elsewhere.
The exile on Odysseum is over.
A new path has opened, thanks to you. Our duty is to follow it.
You can't leave. You barely told me anything I need to know.
You know what must be done. That's enough. Trust in the path ahead. The Alliance awaits its commander. Farewell.
How can I help you? Until next time.
Sub-level 4 open. No guards. So close to a new kill record.
We should have canceled her mission when the commander disappeared. She's unstable.
She's ahead of schedule, and the casualties are acceptable.
So glad to have your support.
The relay station is only 3 levels away. Be prepared to slice the Gemini frequency the moment you're inside.
She terrorized our home, and we let her go back.
It's not too late for Havoc Squad to finish this op right. Demolish the whole facility.
Over your dead body.
Or yours. Let's not be picky.
I sent Cleo on this mission for a reason. Let her work.
Where the blazes have you been?
Valkorion dragged me into the wilderness and almost killed me. Then he left my mind to go somewhere else. He wouldn't say. I found Satil Shan with the spirit of Darth Mar. They helped me build a new lightsaber to defeat Arkin. They're a team now, following the will of the Force.
That's an awful lie. It must be true.
Blast it. Sky troopers. At least a dozen. Almost ran right into them.
Don't panic, maybe they didn't see you.
If they did, things are about to get exciting.
Cleo, come in. Come in. No signal.
We need a contingency plan. If they capture her, turn her against us?
We can't evacuate Odessa. We just finished decorating the place.
I warned you this would happen. We're going in.
Cleo had her chance. It's your turn, Major.
We won't let you down, Commander. Havoc Squad, move out!
Still no word from Major Jorgen or Cleo?
Everything within a kilometer of the spire has been locked down. No signal gets in or out of that zone.
I warned you that Gemini frequency mission was dangerous. If they're alive, it won't be for much longer.
The gravestone could take the enemy by surprise. Buy me enough time to get our people out of the spire.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. We can't throw the gravestone into the fire unless we know they're alive to rescue.
Too much remains unknown, and the enemy has had time to prepare its defense. We cannot risk any rescue operation.
I'll alert you the moment I hear anything, but until then, we're just wasting time here.
We could all use a break to regroup. That includes you, Theron.
I'm too tired to argue. Oh, almost forgot. Hilo Viz asked to see you, Commander. Wouldn't say why, but it sounded important.
Admiral Ago's doing the best he can. There are limited resources.
Hey, Commander, got a sec?
What's on your mind?
We're doing our best to keep the supply lines running, but most of the people I deal with aren't exactly philanthropists. We can't keep running this thing on goodwill and borrowed credits.
You're saying we need a steady income.
Or a really big slush fund. But look, I didn't just come here with complaints. I know a guy with a habit of showing up when someone's in need. He's reached out with an offer we can't really refuse, much as I might want to. You should meet him.
So he's what, a loan shark?
No, just a liar. And a cheat. And a thief. The only thing to trust about him is that he can do what he promises. Hear him out. Come on.
Well, this has been an interesting diversion, but I think it's time to wrap things up. I call.
Come on, Lana. Now? I fold.
So soon? Must be quite a hand. Let's see it.
But how? I mean, you discarded every chance you got and never locked a card the whole round. The odds are astronomical. You cheated.
Yeah, even if I did. You sure the old boss of Sith intelligence wants to admit some shifty alien got the better of her?
Wasted no time turning the card table into a graveyard.
It's my preferred method of execution.
Commander, the most untrustworthy scoundrel I know. Untrustworthy scoundrel, the Commander.
She never was big on formalities. Galt Renault, at your service.
How is it you two know each other exactly?
Oh, we go way back.
I don't know. Seems like only yesterday that we first met.
Anyway, we really should get on to business. The Eternal Empire spent the last 5 years pillaging every world in the known galaxy. Now, how'd you like to turn all that plundering into a profit for you and yours?
I'm listening.
I happen to know where they're keeping all that ill-gotten gain. Better yet, I've got a surefire plan to steal it right out from under their noses. I just need the help of a few talented, tough customers to see it through.
And my alliance is the perfect place for recruitment.
I've already picked out the ones we'll need. Ever heard of the Gilded Star? I'll stop you there. You haven't. It's one of the Eternal Empire's most tightly guarded secrets. A floating treasury circling the depths of a massive gas giant. The ship and the buried treasure all wrapped up into one neat little package. Well, maybe not little. By my estimation, it's the greatest sum of wealth gathered in one place since the Hutt Empire was a thing. So, you in?
I don't think I need any more reasons to say yes.
I hoped you'd feel that way. When you're ready to get this show on the road, we'll be heading to Vanden to lay some groundwork. Looking forward to this, partner. There she is, Vanden. Mind the ledges when you're walking around unless you fancy a death by scenic view.
You haven't mentioned why we're here.
Giant barge, full of money. Is this ringing any bells? It's out there somewhere, swimming below sight and scan range. Something about the magnetism here plays havoc with sensors and cheap fillings. Bottom line is, we'll never find the Gilded Star out there, which is all the more reason to get our preparations underway. Such as picking up the last member of our illustrious crew.
How many people are we going to need?
Half a dozen, give or take. This is the last one unaccounted for. You should be in a warehouse not far from the dockyards. I'll point out the place when I see it. This is the place. Ah, that container over there. So, this plan I mentioned, it's going to take the best identity forger this side of the galaxy to pull off. Problem is, he's been in hiding, specifically in that, for a long time. He probably won't be too thrilled to have visitors, especially not visitors who had his safe house shipped a few thousand parsecs unannounced. Be on your toes.
So you kidnapped him?
It's more of a change of address. Stretcher, is it? They always say retirement's a good time to travel. Why don't you come and check out the new scenery?
Tiresias, you've got a lot of nerve showing your ugly mug to me again.
Tiresias?
Just a name I carried around for a while. No use to anybody now. I think you've got me confused for someone else, friend. Name's WrmdoughGaming. Got a business proposition I think you'll want to hear about.
You can't play dumb with me, Ty. I know that face better than you do.
Gold tells me you're the best identity forger in the business. We could use you.
I've had enough of helping that fraud fake his own death. This time, it's gonna stick. A little gift for your hospitality. You can mail order just about anything these days.
Might try ducking next time. Still can't roll with the punches. You perfectionist types never learn. There's no such thing as a sure thing.
Why are we trying to recruit someone who wants to kill you?
He's the one with the crutch. After I made that body double, he went to swindle half of Nar in my name.
Because Dretcher is literally the only one I trust to pull this off.
It's taken everything I know to stay hidden in this little prison. Every time I start to think I can leave, someone snitches on my new identities.
That's true.
So maybe I encourage Dretcher's early retirement. This little box is cozier than a coffin and a better place to reflect on how stupid trying to blackmail me was. But hey, ancient history, am I right? I'm more than willing to forget about our past disagreements if you do one more job for me.
I gotta help you again.
Listen, Dretcher, I don't know how much you know about life on the outside these days, but it's bad. If you want there to be something left to look forward to when you come out, I need your help.
And if you think it's hard to live under the scanners now, just wait until the Eternal Empires fully stake their claim on the galaxy.
Fine. I'll do the stupid job.
Sit tight, Dretch, and get reacquainted with the concept of hygiene. We've got one more stop to make before we get to the fun part. Punctual, gentlemen. Glad you could make it all this way. No trouble acquiring my little request, I take?
It's here. You got our money?
Of course, friend, but I'd be remiss if I didn't ask to see the goods first.
Satisfied?
That's a fine piece of hardware.
That should do.
You got our money?
About that. I was really thinking we should renegotiate the price. You know, seeing as I don't need the whole missile. Yeah, I thought you might feel that way.
Launch sequence initiated. Target acquired. Total atomic dispersal in T-1 minute.
You son of a... Make it stop!
Nah.
Hope you're a good runner.
Jumping might be faster.
T-minus 55 seconds. Warhead primed. Suffering index set to maximum.
You're gonna pay for this!
Suckers.
Abort sequence aborted. No stopping me now.
Ah, what did she do to this thing? Come on, it's not responding.
Are there any circuits you could cut?
Oh, sure, dozens. Got any ideas which ones?
Tampering detected. Emergency detonation in 5 seconds. Nice try, jerks.
No, I cannot tell if she did a terrible job rewiring this or too good a one.
3. Oh, so close. 2. I can't wait. 1. Kaboom! You should have seen...
Vet?
I didn't... But I thought you're alive!
Maybe not the best place for a tearful reunion. Did you get the warhead, or were you too busy practicing your lines?
Yes, I got it, Grumpy Pants. Those lizard brains will be noticing that nothing's exploded. Why don't you go deal with that? Or just, you know, go.
You want private time? I want to never know what happens in your private time. Win-win. Meet you back at the hideout.
Kunamo, Uban Choni Alipa, Eastin Koto, Akaja Kappa Tonga, Jisa Bicha. Agua pasca puño.
This always does the trick.
Dogi Gumpa, Gigi no Lia Makechisa.
If you're still wondering why you're here, it isn't to check out the Tabana gas bars. There's a stealth cruiser loaded with more precious metals than a hut's taste in art hiding down in the lower atmosphere, and it's about to come up for air.
And while the Gilded Star is roosting at the Skyhook for its annual resupply, we're going to rob it blind.
How do you even know about that?
A little bird told us. I speak stool pigeon.
Even if you do know where it's going to be, it's got a full military complement on board, and a vault that could survive the ship being reduced to atoms.
Most people would consider it impregnable, but we aren't most people, are we, Senya?
You do seem to know a lot about our target.
Yes, well, I should. Overseeing the Gilded Star was among my duties when I still served Valkorion.
Then you are privy to its operational protocols.
I doubt they're still the same.
You don't have to run the thing. Just get Scorpio to the ship's control center.
There's no way we could infiltrate that far into the ship undetected.
Oh, maybe, maybe not. But I'm pretty sure High Justice Valen can go wherever she pleases.
You're going to have Senya pose as Valen.
We've got the best identity doctor this side of the galaxy, and as close to a genetic match as we're gonna get.
I could never match Valen's gene sequence like that. Although, maybe simulating data corruption in her ID.
And create enough doubt to bluff her way through. Dear old mom can manage that, right? Once Valen and her attaché droid are on board, they head to the bridge, seize control of the ship, and allow the rest of us to do our parts.
Like cracking the vault. It isn't controlled by the network, so I've got to get into the guts of the ship to reach the mechanism. I'll need your help.
Meanwhile, Lana and Koth will bridge airlocks with a tanker transport I've secured for the goods.
How are we going to carry an entire treasury's worth of loot out of the vault before anyone catches on?
Oh, we won't be carrying anything out of the vault. That's another story. Remember how Senya mentioned the vault could withstand everything outside being vaporized? Well, the same applies to what we're setting off inside.
The warhead.
Exactly. I'll be pulling up the rear with a disintegration bomb. Once it's done its job, we pump the atmosphere into the waiting tanker and make our escape.
This is so crazy it just might work.
I prefer unconventional.
Once that sucker explodes, the crew's going to notice. Everybody's just going to have to hightail it to the transport before they catch on.
Now, since we've got less than a day before the Gilded Star rolls into port, I'd suggest everybody get real familiar with their part.
Don't tell, but I kinda glossed over our job. It took everything I had not to skip the meeting and just that. If you've got something to say, I'd make it quick, or you're going to get interrupted.
It can wait.
Still hard to believe you're really here. It's been, what, 5 years since we went after your old boss? Did you get conked on the head real good? Amnesia, maybe?
Locked in a block of carbonite with nothing but my dreams to pass the time.
That's, pretty bad. But better than dead, right? Did you dream about me in there?
Every chance I got.
You're going to tell me about every single one. You know, things haven't exactly been perfect out here either. If you thought the Sith were treacherous before, you should have seen it after you and Mar disappeared. I didn't have much reason to stick around once you were gone. So I left them to their infighting before the Eternal Empire rolled in. I hope you don't mind.
You found safety. That's what's most important.
There were some bumps along the way, but throwing in with Captain Shifty was one of my better moves. Don't tell him I said so. I should start warming up for this gig. Gotta keep limber, you know.
I picked out a discreet vantage point near the skyhook. Better get in position. This is close enough. And there's the Gilded Star, just like I promised.
I was expecting shinier.
Gold-plated and stealth ship don't exactly line up. Now we just have to hope Mommy Dearest remembers her daughter's birthday.
I can kill you from here, Gold.
Great, really getting into the spirit of your character, at least from what I hear.
Shut up.
We are approaching the checkpoint. No further communications are warranted until the bridge is under our control.
Roger. Break a leg, ladies. It's in their hands now. All we've got to do is wait.
So how did you manage to fleece Lana at cards anyway?
You've got a pretty good handle on all that Force nonsense. What would you do if you were at the sabacc table?
Read my opponent, try to pick up their thoughts and emotions.
Exactly. I could tell Lana was trying to peek inside my head, so I just made sure she got an eyeful. The angry glares she flashed were easier to read than anything I was doing. As for the rest, well, trade secrets, you know.
Turning her advantage into yours. Clever.
When you make your living in the galaxy's cesspits, it never hurts to be able to sink lower than the competition.
I am now in complete control of the Gilded Star's network. I will isolate the vessel's sentinels to the best of this system's ability.
Showtime!
All personnel, prepare for testing of emergency lockdown systems and maintain your current stations.
All better.
sure no reinforcements will arrive. You will have to dispatch enemy personnel along the way.
You're good to go. Oh, here. Help me with this panel. Okay, I ought to be able to reach the vault mechanism along this route. Keep clearing a path for Galt, and I'll see you soon.
Really hope they check for Minox.
Are you sure those schematics were scaled in meters? I can hardly move.
My last partner didn't complain nearly this much.
Your last partner was crushed to death.
And never once complained about it.
Might try ducking next time.
What's heavy? Are you in the vault?
Oh no, it's nothing. Nothing. Almost there.
Okay, Vet, I'm here.
Just give me a sec.
Time's a factor.
Hey, you want to cut through a foot of cortosis and steel while hanging upside down in a half-meter crawl space? There. Jerk. Try it.
The moment of truth.
I've been rich, filthy rich, but nothing like this. Counting the zeros on a balance sheet can't even compare. There's just something magical about the real thing.
I couldn't begin to put a number to all this.
At a certain point, you just stop counting. It won't look nearly as impressive in a second, but it'll spend all the same. Do the honors?
To lucrative partnerships.
Payload's delivered. It's time for the pay dirt.
We're in position. Extending umbilical. Seal is tight. All green.
Airlock disengaged. Awaiting order for depressurization.
Door is open.
Commencing depressurization.
Tank is filling. So far, so good.
It will take approximately 10 minutes, 17 seconds to siphon a space of that volume.
Plenty of time to make our exit.
Great. Let's blow this joint.
I'm sure we've worn out our welcome.
It is unlikely the detonation went unnoticed. After we vacate the bridge, I will no longer be able to maintain a complete lockdown.
See? Perfectly justified acquisition. Come on. I want to try this thing out.
Just scramble the systems as best you can and leg it to the tanker. We'll see you there.
We're at capacity. Scorpio and Senya are on board. What's the situation?
We're keeping them busy on our end, but I don't think we're any closer to reaching you. Scorpio, do you still have any access to the blast doors?
Only through direct input.
Great. Just bug out before anyone notices you buzzing around. We'll take the skyhook back down and meet you at the hideout. Play it cool. My guardian angel will handle anybody taking an unhealthy interest. Smooth.
Wide stance. Lean in. Whoa! Amazing.
Oh, okay, that's bad. We've got to get around. This way.
Why have I never tried one of these before? Come on, rotworms. How you like the taste of your own medicine?
Blast, we're getting boxed in. Come on, I think there's one more route we can try. Oh, boy.
The lift's not coming, is it?
Oh, no, it's coming. It's just not empty.
Valen. I can sense her presence.
Time for Plan B.
What's Plan B?
Run and hope for a Plan C.
What about the escape pods? Or calling back the tanker to pick us up?
Too slow, not to mention it's our only bargaining chip if we get caught, and I'd rather wind up caught than take your other suggestion. We'd never be seen again down in that murk. The skyhook's still the best option. There's just the matter of getting on. We have to go around.
There is no around.
There is out there.
You want us to scale the exterior?
Pretty much. Look, there's no time to stand here arguing, so I recommend lodging your complaints at a steady jog.
It's not so bad. Just don't look down. Or consider your own mortality. Goodbye, Spewy. I'll never forget you.
Hey, so just thinking of you, wanted to say... Trouble? No, everything's going great. Just taking a little detour on the way home. Shh. The noise? Just a little windy is all. What plan am I on? I don't... Plan C. We're on Plan C, all right? Yeah, sounds lovely. Gotta go. See you soon.
Might try ducking next time.
The good news is we can reach the skyhook from here.
And the bad?
If you've got a fear of heights, there will be plenty of time to get over it on the way down.
Smooth.
Okay, so remember Plan C?
You never actually got to Plan C, Gold.
Turns out Plan C is jump!
Mother was here, again. She had the audacity to wear my face.
And a punishment.
Escaped. She knows I won't be bested the next time we meet.
Oh, empty threats all you've brought for me.
I interrupted their little raid on the treasury. They couldn't have accomplished much in the time they were here. Mother!
Perfect timing.
I'm not the one who has a problem showing up when I'm supposed to.
Jeez, how long are you planning to hold that over me?
The rest of your life, naturally. Thanks for keeping my worse half out of too much trouble.
It helped that you tempered my expectations accordingly.
Singing my praises again?
The lower octaves.
Anyway, I think we've all had our fill of Vanden, and it's gonna get a lot less hospitable shortly, so shall we?
Let's get our haul back to Odessen.
There's nothing like coming home from a job well done, especially when you've ruined a huge jerk's day in the process.
Couldn't agree more. Come to think of it, our plan was lacking in one department.
An actual escape route?
It was the scenic route, can't argue with the view. No, the one thing missing was a way to see the look on Arkan's face when he got the news.
That's a pretty big oversight, Galt. It's coming out of your cart.
Let's not get carried away. We're talking a fringe benefit at best. Now, how about we get on with my favorite part and divvy up the loot?
Already taken care of. You, Vet, and Dretch are already paid out. I took the liberty of skimming what you owe me off yours.
Well, take all the fun out of it, why don't you?
Your idea of fun is why your divvying privileges are still revoked.
Just what did you do exactly?
Ran out on me with the biggest score of our careers.
And I regretted it ever since. Well, after the shine wore off. A little older, a little wiser, you know? Okay, maybe a lot older. It was a formative moment. The point is we're on to bigger and better things, like melting a mint down into an ocean of liquid happiness. Now, however you want to spend your cut is none of my business, but if you want to say triple it, I might have a little something in the works.
This money isn't ours. I don't mind taking it from Arkan, but I want nothing to do with it.
It does feel wrong to keep it.
Our goal was to fund the Alliance, not personal gain.
Who says it can't be both? You just need a little ambition.
Or, you know, you could try giving, maybe just once. See what you've been missing. My share is going towards buying back some of the artifacts stolen from my people, freeing slaves, giving Twi'leks a better place in the galaxy.
Honestly, we've got way more than we need for operations. It'd be good to have a plan for the excess.
Start putting together a plan to expand. Every credit we have needs to go towards overthrowing Arkan.
I'll give you a rundown of the books as soon as we've got real numbers to work with.
Make sure the ends justify the means.
We're in no position to be proud. Necessity will ask us to consider much worse before this is all done.
Wasted opportunity, chum, but I won't fault you for playing it safe under the circumstances.
It appears our business is concluded.
Oh, I don't know. I figure you'll be seeing me around. You've got a handy little outfit here. Besides, I wouldn't want Hilo to get lonely.
As if.
Right now, I think we've earned a long night of not thinking about tomorrow. This stuff sells for more than most freighters. Grab some glasses and get to know what success tastes like.
Commander, Major Jorgen and Kaleo just landed. They're in the docking bay.
So much for celebrating. Go ahead, we'll be right behind.
Admiral Ago's doing the best he can. There are limited resources. Things are tough.
I was 30 meters from a computer that would have given me the Gemini frequency. But no, your idiot brigade had to come in blasting.
You were surrounded. We saved you.
And blew the mission. If it wasn't for my backup plan, you would have died down there.
Backup plan? Your escape route detonated a hospital.
I don't care what happened on Zakul. I'm just happy you two made it back in one piece.
A lot of people weren't so lucky. That's on her.
It wasn't a complete loss. I grabbed something on the way out.
My fire team covered you.
Yeah. Point is, we lifted the data core from a security console right outside that hyperwave relay station. It's not the key to the Gemini frequency, but it does contain a massive file archive all about those droids.
I'll put Scorpio to work sifting through the information. See if there's anything to salvage from this fiasco.
There's bound to be something we can use. We're not giving up on eliminating Arkan's fleet.
We won't get a second chance at the hyperwave relay station. We'll just have to hope we find an alternative.
It could have gone much worse, but we can't let this happen again. Commander, I recommend these operatives be confined to base for the time being.
What? Forget that!
No, he's right. We didn't function like a team and other people paid with their lives.
No one needs to be punished. I was supposed to lead the mission. If I had, maybe none of this would have happened.
That's an excellent point. I'm just saying we skip the moping and get back to winning the war.
Remember why we fight. And don't forget this failure. Dismissed.
I'll start with her fingertips and work my way up. Take one knuckle at a time, then her hands.
Do you remember, Mother? Not what she is now. Who are the children?
I remember her telling Father I was dangerous. How I had to be controlled. She always hated me.
She never understood us. Oh, Father.
She helped the Outlander steal our pretties. They took everything.
Those things can be replaced.
When all the worlds we've conquered find out what's happened, they'll think we're weak. Test us.
I remain the greatest power the galaxy has ever seen. My enemies know what I'll do to them if they cross me.
Fear is always free.
I will be generous with it.
You speak to the Emperor's wrath.
Wrath. This is Darth Maul of the Dark Council. Once, you've defeated your traitorous master before us. Now, you serve us.
How's it going, my lord? Hey, thanks. Hey, thanks. Hey, thanks. Hey, thanks. Hey, thanks. This is great, thanks. Hey, 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 thanks. Wow, I love it. Wow, I love it. This is great, thanks. This is great, thanks. Hey, thanks. Hey, thanks. Hey, thanks. Hey, thanks.
At your service, my lord. Travel route is confirmed. Displaying all authorized destinations.
All better.
Finally. How long has it been since we could do something like this? Just you and me.
Far too long. I'm glad we could make it happen.
Me too. And thanks for humoring me with this little trip. I know a place like this isn't our usual scene. Would you look at that? A Twi'lek singing stone, all the way from Ryloth. What are the odds we'd stumble on something like that, here, now? Sure would be a shame if this thing went for a little trip, back to the people it belongs to.
And I suppose that's where we come in.
Yes! I knew you couldn't resist a little mayhem. Now, stand back while I crack this thing open. They made this way too easy. It's like they want people to walk in and take back all the stolen stuff.
It's always remarkable to me how easily this comes to you.
We all have our thing. You smash, I grab. It's why we work so well together. Just need to cut a few more wires, trip a few circuits. This should only take a second. Uh-oh. I guess they did put a little thought into their security measures after all. Don't worry, I'll figure this out. There! Fixed it.
All yours.
Are we still talking about the singing stone? Hey there, fellas. Sorry about all the noise. We just got a little lost. Can you tell us where the geology wing is? What kind of museum is this?
Vet!
I know!
Focus, Vet! This is nothing you cannot handle!
That was way too close. Am I losing my touch?
Perhaps things didn't go as you expected. But there's beauty in mayhem, in chaos, in the unknown and the unfamiliar. Why do you think I was so drawn to you in the first place?
You're making me blush, you know. And I need to focus. Unless you want to stay in here forever.
Maybe I do.
Nice try, but I don't need cheering up or anything. You make a convincing argument. I'll find a way out. Just maybe later.
Sure, have a look at what's available. Until next time.